All right, let's see what we got. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer, if you see this title, I help you to become the I am that I am, which is your ultimate. Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to delve more into it so you guys understand what that means. But essentially, that's you being, and it requires for you to attain the Christ consciousness, that highest level of understanding for you to be. And then that level of being, and this is what the I am that I am is all about. But anyway, we're going to talk more about it. I figured since, I was there, why not, real quick. But we're going to delve a lot more into it. So, but essentially, becoming Christ-like, Buddha-like, you know, um, whatever type of spiritual leader, like what you're seeing here is someone who has attained a highest level of consciousness about who they are, their experiences with the divine, and all that they're doing is coming back to the people and sharing that news with them, letting you know that and you seeing who they are, the things that they talk about, and then that's what we're doing. We're doing God's work, man. We're just another one of them. That's all. I just want to let you know. So I want you to become another, like a fisherman to fish other men. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you see the book of Eli, the lady at the end, she also became a fisherman because she was all with Denzel all this time. Then she got on her mission. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, now the way that I go about, and also you definitely got to think about it this way too. For you to attain your highest level of consciousness, you have to be emotionally and mentally balanced. Because we all know what happens when you're not emotionally balanced. A lot of us, I'll give you a perfect example. I don't know if you guys used to hear, like, can love pay my bills? Or can love pay my rent? Like, someone to say something like that, man, it's like, what are you afraid of, man? I mean, what's really the deal? Because what love got to do with your rent? Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. So I'm saying that to say, because they're not emotionally balanced, they're not addressing the true issue here, because it has nothing like, oh, you telling me? I mean, that's why when people tell me that kind of shit, I'm like, well, nigga, can taking a shower pay your bills? Can you brushing your teeth pay your bills? Do you see what I'm saying? Because essentially what they're truly trying to tell you is somehow money has a better value over their own emotions. It's like that emotion and shit. They're trying to minimize it because, and again, this is all part of the conversation that we're going to be talking about tonight too. I think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. However, it's all connected. If you're not emotionally balanced, meaning you don't know your true issue, and just because things didn't work out, I mean, it doesn't mean like shit. Okay. Like, did you learn anything? Was it something that you didn't do correctly? Or maybe you were too naive? Or do you kind of get the point of what I'm saying? So that's why when we're talking about being emotionally balanced, these are the things that you have to understand. Understand your own emotions and understand your emotional patterns. Only then, once you acknowledge these things, then now at this point you can change that emotion. You can hold it. You can breathe. You have a better grip on yourself. But I'm also saying all of that to show you, like, you're not gonna have your highest level of clarity if you are emotionally unbalanced. Because whoever said that, truly, like, money got nothing to do with your pain, bro. Like, what money got to do with that? That's like you telling me, can brushing my teeth pay my bills? Like, bitch, just brush your teeth, man. Your breath stink. Like, what the fuck? I mean, just because since when money has a better value over your own emotions? Again, it's the distortion, like the insanity. That's why I always tell people, whenever you neglect your emotion, that is the basic, or that's the recipe for toxicity. That's toxic behavior right there. That's very toxic, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that's what people do sometimes, because, oh, and I'm going to be talking about that too, because what they're doing is they're looking for the interior in the outside. You're looking to be happy, but your happiness come within, but now you're seeking for it in other bullshit. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself too. But all of it is all connected. So I'm trying to show you, like, when you don't have a better understanding of your own emotions, for the most part, it will run you. But not just that, you're not going to have the highest level of clarity. You know, you see it when people are in love, you know, however, whatever emotional, unbalance it is. Or even sometimes when you're too happy too. That's why wise men tell you, man, listen, man, you don't make fast decisions when you're too happy, nor when things happen bad. Like that's when you truly master yourself. So in other words, but even me saying that to you, I'm trying to get you to see the highest level, right? The highest perspective. That's why your emotions, it has to be balanced. And you also must go beyond your senses. That's what it means. It doesn't mean not to, that's why, you have to cultivate and learn how to embrace pain. Here's something else too. Because there's lessons that come with pain. Do you want to learn? Well, shit, nigga, it's going to be painful. Every growth is painful, baby. You want to put on some muscles, man. You already know what that is. The same thing goes in life for all of us. But anyway, so now, when we talking about, I also help you to become mentally balanced too. So now if you understand everything I just said about being emotionally balanced, then now it's the same baseline understanding when it comes to your mental or your intellect. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to be aware of your mind. What are you learning in school? What is it that school's teaching you? What's your relationship with society? What is society's teaching you? You have to be aware, and how do they do it? Your culture, you have to be aware of your culture. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're looking to better yourself, maybe there could be a few bad habits in your culture that you may have to tweak for you to be better. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, me being a Haitian nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we eat salad is pretty much lettuce and tomatoes. And a few slices of cucumbers and shit. And then nigga would throw carrots, whatever the fuck. But that would be our salad. You know what I'm saying? But shit, like, that's more of a decoration type of shit, man. That's how far we go. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn how to be, like, I love salad. To me, that's not enough salad. You know what I'm saying? So here I am again, you know what I'm saying? But having the understanding of what my culture and what they do and how they do it, allow me now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just being, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if I were just to walk around and telling you guys, yo, this is salad, and then what you look at is just lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers and carrots and fucking onions and shit? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I guess it is salad too, but that's a different type of salad though. You understand what I'm saying? So understanding your culture means a lot. Over here, I'll give you another example too. You guys got to be aware. Like, we justify a good relationship or somebody who loves somebody else when they get married. Come on, man. You know how many times you hear it in the culture. Well, if he loves you, he would have married you. How long have you guys been together? Oh, 15 years? Oh, wow. And he hasn't married now, not proposed to you yet? So that's not a successful relationship. That's not the way the culture look at it. You know, I mean, even if you get married and then you divorce right after, it's almost like, oh, you guys were married. Oh, okay. What changed, nigga? I got married just to be divorced, and then you just say, okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So, it's the whole, man, listen, man, it's funny to me. And because of our culture, too, here's something else. We don't, like, the whole arranged marriage shit. It's a no-no. Like, you can't even process that shit. If I were to ask you why do they do it, what does it mean? It's like it would be too unfair for you to even talk on it. The world is suffering out there, huh? No, man. No. Marriage got nothing to do with love, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why you could see two people coming together. Just in the fucking United States itself, niggas get married for papers. There's all kinds of different, for money. All kinds of different shit, bro. What that has to do with a successful relationship, bro? What? Nothing. Nothing, bro. Got nothing to do with it. Nothing. Now, when you get married, you legalize her shit. For instance, you know what I'm saying? If I was with a bitch and we didn't get married, we had a house together. I mean, maybe, you know what I'm saying? But when we married, though, things have to be divided. This is a legal matter now. It's legality that you're dealing with. Nothing to do with love, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a contract. It's a power move depending on how you're using it. That's why some rich people want to, you know what I'm saying, they marry into another rich family, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a power move. You know what I mean? Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say if I were to be married to the Facebook guy daughter, right? Is it Zach or Matt? Whatever the fuck. Zuckerberg, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking his daughter, man. Like, us married together, man. I'm set, bro. I would be set, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I mean, I'm joking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get you to see, man, it's a power move. It's legality. You're dealing with contracts here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like you, at this point, you know what I'm saying? I have, legal power or access to some, of Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about the Facebook shares, man. Yo, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. But anyway, you have to be mentally balanced, man. You have to understand these things. It got nothing to do with that. This is what the cultures say. Okay, and as a person too, you have to learn how to be, like I always tell people, for me, it's like, I'm Haitian, but I'm not Haitian at the same time. I mean, because there's a lot more to me than just that. In terms of growth, the things that I could learn, come on, bro. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. I mean, I'm assuming it's a no-brainer to me. So, to become mentally balanced now, you have to be aware of these things, because you're also living in a society that is shaping you to think a certain way. And that's pretty much what mind control is, just so you guys know. It's no conspiracy theory. It is a real shit. You know what I'm saying? And the best way, I always tell niggas, man, when a nigga tell you this is the book of God, if they're talking about the Bible, that's mind control right then and there, bro. These are the word of God, when we all know, they were written by men. The belief that these guys have. And here's something else too. If religion in itself doesn't show you how man-made it is, when you look at those different denominations, do you know what they are? It's disagreements. It's a nigga reading the Bible and said, this is what this is. The other one says, this is what that is. And that's what they're all saying about the Bible. That's where you got your whole different religions from. in Christianity. So all that shit is man-made. Nothing godly about none of that. But you wouldn't even be able to think that way. You have no room to even question. You don't even question that. And that's what mind control is. You're not free. You're not thinking freely. Because for you to think freely, I mean, you would have to question some of that shit, bro. Even when you look at the book, let's just say Matthew, Mark, John, what was the other one? Luther. Is it Luther? Luke. You know, like those books go by those niggas' name. I mean, what else do the niggas need to tell you, man? But with someone who would tell you, and people would go to war, like you would you would quicker tell me to shut the fuck up instead of just listening to that. Now that's the power of mind control, and how ingrained that shit is in a lot of people. So to be mentally balanced, you cannot think like, you cannot be ingrained into anything. You have to be aware of how your mind thinks. Understand the relationship that you have with everything, including your culture and all that shit. Politics, you have to be aware of all of it. Not to stand against it, like there's a bunch of shit I know, like you just know for yourself. Truly for educational and growth purposes when I be saying that shit. Not that, you know, I'm not trying to get myself in trouble and shit, none of that shit. Nah, fuck that. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm not looking to get myself in trouble neither, but the truth is the truth, man. Like, I stand behind everything I say, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for trouble, but it is what it is. But anyway, to make the, you know what I'm saying? Just like you have to understand the whole Democrat and Republican shit. You know, those two are the two sides of the same coin. Why having two sides when we're fighting for the same country? Any house divided against itself, man, will never stand. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless somebody's being played. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, the house has been standing. So you're the one being played. That's it. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's what people were trying to tell you. I mean, shit, these niggas are all buddies, man. Like, I saw Trump and Obama chilling, talking about Kamala and shit. I don't know if you guys saw that shit, man. Like, I have a feeling like these niggas might be smoking weed together too, man. You already know Trump's a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Been around niggas for whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, there's no question there. You know what I'm saying? There's no question there, man. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, man, like, you know, you have to understand everything around you. Everything you come in contact with, because they have an impact on how you think. So for you to think freely, you know what I'm saying, you have to see that. If you don't see it, most likely you're not thinking freely. You don't have freedom of thought. And if you don't have that, well, you know, I mean, you're just repeating shit. I mean, you know, but for me over here, I'm speaking to those who had the urge to learn. I mean, you know, I'm talking to the ones that by listening to what I'm saying, they know there's something here. That's for you, baby. If you know there's something here, listen, there's a whole lot here, man. Oh, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to that side of you, that knowing part of you. Oh, man. And that is that I am that I am. But anyway, so that's that in terms of what I do and how I go about it. Now, if you're coming back, welcome back. You already know. You know, this is for you. Now, as part of my routine, guys, and, you know, I always talk about spirituality, you know, what it means, because everything that I'm going to be talking about tonight is spiritual based. So it's only fair. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I realize that a lot of people have a misunderstanding about what spirituality is. You know, a lot of people think it's a belief system. No, that's not true at all. Spirituality is not a belief system. It's not a religion. It's not my thinking against your thinking, or my God versus your God. No, spirituality embodies all of it. It tells you about you. It tells you about the state of mind of your spirit. And I'll give you an example. In spirituality, this is what we say. You act like your God. You know what that means? For instance, the Muslim ladies, they dress up this way because that's what their God says. So they are acting in accordance to the law by which that, they're gods. And you Christian, you're not under that same set of laws. So you're not acting like your God. But ultimately, you're not. I'm trying to get you to see already you are under the influence of your God already. Then now you acting like it, meaning, that's what you're displaying. You become that message. And that goes for everybody. This is not a belief system. This is not my opinion versus yours. This is not me telling you your God is not God. I'm telling you, in fact, if you believe in voodoo, you're going to act a certain way. If you believe in motherfucking Buddha, you're going to act a certain way. And that's all that is. And that certain way that you're going to act is in accordance, is directly related to your God. That's why we understand this in spirituality. Mythology is the highest form of mind control. That's where movies come in. All those different shit. Or the storytelling. Because that shit started with us. We understand Horus, Set, Osiris. This is all you. We have to give it to you in story forms so you understand it. But yet we use familiar name. Set is the brother of Osiris. That is your physical side and your non-physical side. What you see about you, and then you also have Set, which is a part of you that you do not see. That's the Satan, that's the hidden part, that's the dark. Which has nothing to do in terms of good and evil. That goes for everybody. Anybody that has a body, you have a spirit. So then now, who's going to save Osiris? Horus, which is the Christ understanding, which is the son of the light, the physical side. Going against who's Seth, which is the invisible side, which is still you. That's why you have to go into the darkness. So this is what spirituality is all about. Now, what I'm doing is, by using spirituality, is allow you to understand how it pertains to you. Because due to ignorance, a lot of you don't even see spirit in you. Why? Simple. You living in a society, you look at yourself, you define yourself based on what kind of car you're driving. You describe yourself based on how much money you have in the bank. That's what the Matrix is. Those are false ideas of who you are. Because ultimately, obviously, you do not know that you are the I am that I am. Oh man, we're gonna go in. I guess I'm already going in already. So all of this, everything is spiritual based. Religion now has not. Spirituality is more than that. But we also understand religion too. Now, just so you guys know, depending on, how much you know about the definition of religion, Because the true meaning of religion, just so you know, or a religious person, it's me. It's what I call the spiritualist, truly. Because the true meaning of religious is the one, like, it's me speaking of the divine and making it and materializing the actual divine. That's what the true meaning of religion is. You know, being a man of God, like I speak of the invisible, yet I make it visible. So automatically I had to become what they call a mystique. Because I had to embody the mystery of myself, of my spirit. And that's what I'm doing with you. And that's who you are. But out of ignorance, you only look at yourself from a perspective of dick and pussy. And because now you have a society that talks all about the whole conversation is dick and pussy, then you look at yourself only as dick and pussy. Until now you become what we call awakened. And this is what guys like me or Jesus, Buddha, and all of my ancestors did, you know, to let you guys know, giving you the spreading the gospel, the good word, helping you to wake up, helping you to come back home, however you want to say it. But I want you to get, you know what I'm saying, like the bottom line here. It could be said so many different ways too, obviously. And it's been said so many different ways. And that's what I pretty much help you with. I mean, my job is a lot, man. And I take great pleasure in my job too, just so you know. But anyway, so now that's what spirituality is. And you are spirit. So in other words, when you truly understand spirituality, it's just giving you a deeper understanding of who you are. You know, and that's why I always recommend the Kabbalion. You know, shit that allows you to see past your physical self. That's why some of the basic shit, if you know anything about the occult, and then just, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, because the occult technically now, it's the instructions. It's what I call the esoteric knowledge. So now you have spirituality that is giving us a deeper understanding. Now those lessons, those texts, those sacred texts, those sacred instructions is what, you know what I'm saying, the occult is. That's the type of knowledge that you're dealing with. And some of the basic shit, and one of the basic shit of every occult or occultist book is going to tell you you have a subconscious mind. And then you go like, what the fuck is that? Where is that located? Oh, you're not aware of it. But it is aware of you. You're like, what the fuck? So they helping you now to identify a deeper side of you. And that's the very minimum. That's the starting point of any occult book. That's why it is some of the basic shit. And then now they teaching you out of the darkness comes the light. So the darkness, that subconscious mind that you do not see or know about, as you tapping into it, now you're taking him or her out of that darkness, which is not visible. Now you're making it visible. And to master yourself, the invisible must become visible. I'm just being dramatic for a second. You know, I mean, there's a certain flair that I have of mine too. You know, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, you know, I gotta talk some shit. You see what I'm saying? And what that simply means, man, you know, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. And I don't want to take away from it too. Because if I were to explain that, then I felt like it would take away from it. You know what I'm saying? If you went over your head, well, shit. Rewind the selector, you hear me? Listen, man, you could stop, you know, play, fast forward, We won. You could do all that. I promise you. Because once I put it out, it's for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, from the bottom of my heart. From the deepest bottom, from the bottom of my heart, man. So, that's what the occult is on the flip side of it. So when we're talking about spirituality as a whole, it's truly your life, your spirit, your, it's about you. Who you are. And once you acquire that understanding, now, not only you become a mystic yourself, you embracing the mysteries that are in life. I mean, life is packed of mysteries, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? In this world, there's spirit that's walking among us. There's a bunch of fucking mysteries around us, man. Or call it angel, whatever the fuck or whomever the fuck you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know. I know. I'm saying? Listen, man. I'm saying? I connect directly to the source, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I get my instructions from up above, man. Anyway. So now, that's what spirituality is. So obviously, even from the very beginning of everything I was talking about here, it was all spiritual. Because everything I was telling you about, it was to give you a better understanding of who you are. That's why I describe what being Christ-like is. You know, all that shit pertains to your reality. It's not outside of you. It's your very life. Now, we're here to talk about the I am that I am. Man, listen. Whew. Where do I start? You know? Speaking of your intellect, the self, the man within, that's what spirituality help you. I help you to excavate that man within. Now that's the Christ consciousness. That's your illumination. That's how you're being illuminated. That's your transformation. This is how you become the bright ones, the awakened one, the shiny ones. We go by so many different names. You became the light of the world, but you got to find that light in you. But to find that in you, it's important that you know who you are. You see? And you have to have the spirit of discernment for you not to fall for the okie doke. That's why it's important for you to understand the society that you're living in. What the Matrix is calling the Matrix is the actual world that we're living in right now. It's only based on physical and senses. What do we value the most? That's why you're being raised in a society that is teaching you, instead of you, it was teaching you to be something you should be instead of who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and here's something else too. Because we identify ourselves with the things that we do. In other words, what we're truly doing is we identify the interior with what we have. That's why, when somebody has a bachelor degree or have a master's degree, the person has a higher self, a sense of self-value. Because having a master's degree, it's venerated, man. It's accepted. It gives you the okay. Do you understand? It gives you the okay. So that's why for me, I don't even ask niggas like, yo, what do you do anymore? Because I understand what that is too. You know, going back to us understanding the culture, when people ask you where you from, they sizing you up, man. You've been, you know what I'm saying, put in the box automatically. If a nigga right now, that's why niggas be like, yo, I'm from New York, dog. You know what I'm saying? New York. You know what I'm saying? They love to tell you that shit. And I'm saying that to tell you because they identify themselves with that actual location. And then they tend to already put you in a box depending on where you come from. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's another way of sizing you up. I mean, there could be a few things, you know what I'm saying, that you may have. Let's just say if you're from New York, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make you automatically the top of the top, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, what makes this false? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's not truly who you are. Because the problem is when you identify yourself with external shit, this is when now it becomes a problem. If you use, let's just say, if money, the amount of money that you have makes you a better person somehow, or make you feel better, then when you don't have money, guess what you're gonna do, bro? You're not gonna feel good about yourself. So therefore, you can't identify with the I am that I am. You don't know what that is. You don't know what the I am that I am is. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what we do, man. We identify ourselves with external shit. So you get to be very happy when people validate, when you do the things that are validated, and then you become ashamed when you do the shit that are ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Like if a car identify who you are, then it's either you're gonna get a bigger car, you know what I'm saying? There's no way you're gonna get something lesser, because it will somehow temper who you are. You see how crazy that is? I mean, some of you motherfuckers don't even see that's even crazy or not. You know what I'm saying? Now you're living in the world, and I was talking about that in my last recording. Everybody's a fucking influencer. What are they truly influencing? Showing you beautiful cars, showing you beautiful houses. You know, you have niggas that are doing shit like renting home to show you that they have a big house, because that's what people love. And somehow they're all being validated. They're all sucking you in. That's why a lot of these motherfuckers get views, man. That's what their views are. Because they suck you in. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, niggas are renting shit, you know what I'm saying? And just to make you believe that they're living like they are more than they are. And that's what happens when you identify yourself with external shit. And the minute you don't have it anymore, guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think I need to speak on that part. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I need to I mean, shit. Like, that should be a no-brainer. So your source of happiness now, it's based on the external, based on people validation. You don't know the I am that I am. Because the truth is, when you talk about yourself, let me use myself as an example, right? You know, I remember when I was about 16, 17, my first job, you know, I worked in the fucking produce department. That's what I did. You know, packing up grapes and shit. And then from there, of course, after high school, you know what I'm saying, like, I did a couple of warehouse gigs. Then when I started going to college, you know, then I was working as a waiter. And then now I went to school, I became an accountant. Then, you know, now I'm working as an accountant. I'm saying that to say, none of these shit defines me, bro. None of that shit defines me, bro. And that's what the truth is. Not even, that's why when people ask me now in terms of how do I get money and shit, I tell them I do accounting services, bro. I don't identify myself with a fucking accountant, bro. I'm too big for that. Then you'll see when other people will tell you I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, because they identify themselves with that, which is crazy, because now you're putting yourself in the fucking illusion, because there is more to you than that. So much so, I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of the philosophers, right? Those early philosophers, like niggas like Plato, niggas like Socrates, these niggas used to do 4 or 5 things. That nigga was a scientist. He was a he was a poet. He was a chemist. It was an astronomist. Like these niggas, like they did all kinds of shit. I'm saying all of that to say, right? You know, and then just for them to talk about life. None of it defines you. Like I'm showing you the high end of it. And I'm also showing you, even if you're looking at the so-called bullshit, none of it defines me, bro. You know, as a person, guess what, man? I'm a son who became a father. Still the same guy. Who's also a cousin too. Like I'm saying all of that to tell you, man, like who we are interconnected with everything. So for me to say, if I would say, let's just say I'm a fucking doctor, I mean, I would have to, I mean, what about the relationship that I have with other stuff? Because you can only experience yourself through the relationship of some of these things that you are having. That's why some people, when you don't truly know who you are, you identify with what Jesus would say, you know what I'm saying? Like you're building a house in a sin. Your foundation is not solid. Because what happens with money? You could get more, you could get less. Trump filed bankruptcy, nigga. Every rich, shit goes up, shit goes down. That's life. But if you identify with that, guess what happens? As shit's going down, you're going down too. Because that's part of your, because you became that. So in so many ways, I'm showing you that you are the I am that I am, regardless on how you choose to use it. When you understand that life, your life, you shape your life based on how you see yourself, bro. Because I see spirit in me. My life is being shaped in accordance to that. This is why for me it's God over everything. God is great. You know what I'm saying? Allahu Akbar. Respect to all them niggas, man. Wisdom is wisdom, man. Regardless of where the fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Ashe Aibobo, all you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Namaste, all that shit, man. Wisdom is wisdom regardless where it comes from. Because all of it is used for your elevation. So again, I'm saying all of that to say, again, like being the I am that I am, like, man, our true nature is whatever you in so many ways want it to be. That's why you are also the way. How you see yourself is how your life's gonna play out. And that goes for everybody. This is why when you understand that, for me, that's why I tell people I do accounting work, bro. I was a waiter too. Like, so what? I worked in the fucking produce department. I did the warehouse. Man, none of it was me, bro. But that's because I got to know the real me. But for those of you who have not identified that I am in you, what you do now, you identify with exterior shit, with the external bullshit. So now you get a sense of satisfaction, by being a doctor. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not the title that makes you. It doesn't make sense. Are you not the lawyer? I mean, how does that define? Like, there has to be something greater in you that does that. And if you choose to do something else too, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do it too. I'm pretty sure. Like, for me, if I wanted to be a lawyer, nigga, at first, that's what I was thinking about. And then I said, man, fuck it. Nigga, I wouldn't have been one of the best ones, man. No matter what it is, man, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Buddhists call the no self. Your true self is the no self. Meaning it's not the self that you identify through the things that you do. But it's the self that has that ability. That's the I am that I am. This is why now you need to have, and then the minute you do that, that's what being is. You start being. Being I am that I am. Now you're being. Like for me, when I became, I do accounting work. When I became, I did work. I waited on tables. But none of it identifies me. Or I worked at a warehouse. But none of it identifies me because I know the truth. You understand what I'm saying? And because now, not just that, but also because I am being as well. When you find the no self, man, and understand this, what I'm talking about here doesn't mean you're nobody. Okay, I just don't want to use the Buddhist language, but for lack of better terms, allow me to use it because, hey, I mean, if it would help you to get the point of what I'm saying, right? So the no self is just you that do not identify, like, you understand I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm all of this shit. Which one am I? All of them and none of them. Anytime you just like they tell you, if you, like for me, I'm a Republican and a Democrat. And because I am both of them, I am none of them. But if you're one-sided, then now that's exactly what you are. A one-sided. And your understanding and comprehension is gonna be a one-sided one. It's no coincidence, bro. Like, you are the smartest dummies ever. It's almost like the closer you look, the more you don't see. But yet you claim to see, though. Nobody can tell you nothing. You're the most patriotic. You're the most of everything. Thank you for saving me. Then now, every president here, now we were talking about culture. Your president now is become your new Jesus. Who's going to save the country? Because Trump is destroying it, all right? I mean, how do you want the country to be saved? The way Obama saved it? Because he was the Jesus at that time, who came in the middle of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Who lowered the temperature of the world. You know what I'm saying? It was such a great moment. Who saved it? Was it him? Or was it, what was the other guy? The guy that came after him? Oh man. The old dude, man. I forgot. Biden. Come on, man. So after Trump, like who's gonna save us now? You know what I'm saying? Yo, keep saving me, people. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. But you the most patriotic. Hey, man. This is your time, baby. You know, hey, do you. Go get him. I guess fight your fights. Who am I to judge you? But I know you'll be the one to judge me, though. But you'll be the first one to judge me. Do you see how ironic that is? It's always the one who don't see who has the most to say. But it's okay, though. As long as you keep saving me, well, nigga, I'm good. Thank you for voting. Thank you for saving our American society. So, yeah, man, it's what you identify with. So that no self, like for me, I don't identify with that. You know, doesn't mean nobody. On the contrary, au contraire, mon frère, it's the total opposite. What it means is, it's like I'm not falling for the okie doke. I have a better grip on who I am. And also, it is at that moment that I start to be. I'm being. I see myself in everything. And I see myself in nothing. I become the Alpha and the Omega. The Son and the Father at the same time. I'm the Son and the Father. And the brother. And the uncle and whatever the fuck. So ultimately, we are all the I am that I am. It means for you to be, man. And for you to be, it doesn't mean that you are nobody, bro. What it's saying is you are being, like you're getting your essence. And that's the relationship of the Father and the Son. Now when you adopt the, like, oh man. Now when you identify with that higher self within yourself, that's the relationship of the Father and the Son, where you still maintain your individuality, but yet you're also universal at the same time. In other words, you truly become the true Son of the living God, man. Man. I am that I am, man. When you understand that, man, listen, man. You know, then that's why you need God in your life, because God, you know, enhances that I am in you. With God, man, listen, beauty, joy, happiness, compassion, those are what comes with God. Being illuminated, we can share, bro. Let's break some bread. That's what I'm doing here. This is all love, baby. This is in the name of the living God. I swear to God. I swear to God, this is in the name of the living God. Everything about it speaks for itself. You know, this is my testimony, bro. Do you understand? And that is the I am that I am, that I'm expressing to you right now. The no self but yet, not know because he is a nobody, but know because, I understand that everything is interconnected. Not a nobody because I understand the different aspect of myself, the different roles that I can partake and be. So I don't fall for the okie doke. Because your identity, that's why you got to be careful, can also set you up too. Don't be a fool to be eluded by your own identity. Then at that moment, you're not being the I am that I am. That's what you need to awaken to. Oh, I pray that you do, man. I pray that you find your treasure. Oh, you have no clue. I pray that you do, man. The level of life that it comes with. That is being, bro, at its finest. It is at that moment you become the son of the true living God, bro. But for you to bypass those fucking illusions, that's why you need to know yourself more. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm helping you with. Becoming, Christ-like is to have attained the highest the highest level of consciousness, the highest level of awareness about you. And that means you have to see you past your physical self, past dick and pussy. You have to understand, in other words, that you cannot live off of dick and pussy alone, but of your self-development. You have to nourish other aspects of you. It is you that has to do that. It is your responsibility. You need to wake up to you. That's what the awakening is all about. And that's what I'm helping you with. But then again, you have to be the I am that I am. Do not fall for the okie doke, man. Stop worshiping idols. You worshiping idols. Even when you go to church, which church is the biggest church? Like, even with that, stop worshiping idols, bro. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys here, man. I wanted to share this one with you guys. Yeah, because I'm gonna have something else for tomorrow. Oh, check out my other channel, To Give is to Receive. I'm trying to big up, I'm trying to connect those two channels together, because what I do on that channel, I use the power of words. Technically, I use a lot of proverbs, quotes, and all that shit. So I'm gonna have something on there tomorrow, so check it out. And that's it, man. And I'm gonna have to let you guys know. You already know, love is love. Listen, man, enjoy your Friday. I'm about to enjoy mine. You already know. So, hey, man, listen. Always, if you false to yourself, you're never gonna be true to nobody else. Always understand too. For you to do, you have to be. There's no, you gotta be in harmony with your actions, man. Be. Mind, body, and soul, they all gotta come together, man. What are you doing? And as always, man, like I always tell you guys, man, what you do for money, you do it badly, bro. You can only be great at something you love. Listen to everything that I'm telling you, man. And here's something else too. Never let a full stomach make you forget the wisdom of hunger. There's wisdom in that too. That wisdom, that's why I tell niggas I fast. That's why I fast, man. That's the wisdom of hunger, man. You gotta know the wisdom of hunger. You know? And here's something else too. When we're talking about the I am that I am, that's why you need to have all of those different type of experiences too, man. Your downfall, your isolation, this is all part of you. Embracing pain. That I am needs to embody all of it. To truly live. Or to be, or being. You have to embody all of it. Because they're all teaching you. They're all giving you something. You know, and this line, I learned it in Coming to America. Because when the first time I saw it, I was still in Haiti at that time. And it was actually in French when I saw it. But there was a part where he said, you know, with an empty pocket, you'll make a lot less mistakes, man. And that is true. I mean, everything, your two things can be true at the same time. It's good to have money, and it's also good not to have money, bro. Just like they say, life is no better with a lot of money than it is as bad without having money, bro. Be the I am that I am. This is insinuating that there's something in between there. You are that destruction. You are the Brahma. You are the Shiva too. You are the Omega and the Alpha, bro. The Alpha and Omega is you. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys here. And always remember, man, the remedy of the pain is in the pain. Aishen. Bro. Mali.